Most people think small talk is random. You say something like, hope it lands and see where it goes. But the truth is, the right sentence at the right time can completely change where a conversation leads. And most of them, they're way simpler than you think. Up to this point, you've seen how to start conversations, how to keep them going, and what mistakes kill opportunities. Now let's shift that into what actually works. Because this isn't about theory, it's about real lines that naturally move conversations forward. Simple starters create momentum. Most people wait for that perfect thing to say. And that's the mistake. The conversations that actually go somewhere usually start with something simple like, what brought you here tonight? Have you been to one of these before? What's been keeping you busy lately? Nothing special, but they work because they're easy to respond to. The goal isn't to impress, it's to start, because once the conversation moves, now you have something to work with. But starting it isn't what creates the opportunity. This is where it shifts. The follow-up is what changes everything. The difference between small talk and a real conversation is one question. Most people stay surface level, but the moment you ask something like, what's been the hardest part of that lately? What are you trying to figure out right now? The conversation changes. Now, it's not just polite, it's real. And that's where opportunities begin, because now you actually understand what's going on for that person. And if you want these exact lines organized so you don't have to think in the moment, I put them together in a simple conversation starter cheat sheet, which is down below. So whether you're starting a conversation or trying to keep one going, you've always got something to fall back on. And again, you can grab it. The link is in the description below. But this last part is what actually turns this into something useful. Because even when the conversation is good, it still doesn't go anywhere unless you do this. You have to act on the moment. There's a point in a conversation when you can feel it. There's something here. But most people ignore that moment. They just keep talking, or they end the conversation without doing anything with it. That's the miss, because it doesn't take much. Simple lines like, we should continue this later. Are you available next week? Send me that. I'd love to take a look. Let's set something up and go deeper on this. That's it. That's what turns a conversation into an opportunity. So now you've seen it. Simple starters, better follow-ups, and knowing when to move it forward. That's all it really is. Small talk isn't complicated when you know what to listen for. But there's one final piece. How do you do all of this consistently without overthinking it every time? And that's what I'll break down in the next video, because this is where it becomes a system.